state champion, a two-time regional quarterfinalist, a one-time regional semifinalist, a two-time regional finalist, 2013 4A state finalist, and in 2017, Crossville High School won the Conference 5A state championship. Aaron Kaufman has coached 17 student athletes who have gone on to play at the collegiate level and won Under Armour APCA All-America First Team Selection. Her coaching accolades include the following: 5-time District Coach of the Year, 2-time Dallas Point News Volleyball Coach of the Year, 2013 through 2015 Light Magazine DFW Coach of the Year, and 2013 American Volleyball Coaches Association 30 Under 30 Award, which is given to 30 coaches nationwide at the high school, club, and college level who are under the age of 30. Joining the UIL and honoring Coach Aaron Kaufman are husband Justin, her son Keegan, Crossville ISD Superintendent Dr. Drew Watkins, and Crossville ISD Athletic Director Valerie Little. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating Crossville High School's Aaron Kaufman as the recipient of the 2018 National Federation of High Schools Volleyball State Coach of the Year.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Championship Saturday at the PWSH Center, the final day of the 2019 UIL State Volleyball Tournament. Today's first match is the Conference 6A Championship, and features the Wolves of Plato West High School and the Bobcats of Byron High School. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America and the brave men and women who protect us at home and abroad with a singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Miss Shaylee Hooks, a junior from Lakeview Centennial High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight from the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rained down, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to introduce the members of those teams involved in tonight's championship contest. First of all, for our designated guest team, they are the district champions, the District 96A, Region 2 6A champions, and again today with a season record of 39-5. They're making their third state tournament appearance. They are the Wolves of Plato West High School. Members of the Wolf Squad, number 3, Camille Yershaki. Number 6, Noel Byron. Number 10, Sierra Yamamoto. Number 11, Jordan Hedlund. Number 13, Tyler Gordett. Number 15, Cameron McGowan. Number 16, George Wayne. Number 18, Liv Adib. And number 19, Kendall Lukaczek. One starting at right side hitter, a 6'2" senior, number 1, Iman Indiana.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Curtis Colwell Center for the culmination of a week long of fantastic volleyball action. It's the Class 6A State Championship match featuring the Byron Nelson Bobcats and the Plato West Wolves. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee, and we have some high-flying action for you here today. All Americans all over the court. It's going to be an awful lot of fun. Plano West being led specifically by two big swingers on the outside.
Yeah, we have two outstanding swingers. Number 1, Aman Najai, a 6'2" senior going to UCLA, who yesterday took over the match when they needed to against Ridgepoint with 3 of the last 4 kills in the 5th set. We also have 5'10", 5'11", Jill Presley, number 7. She's going to DePaul. She led them in swings with 85 swings in a 5-set match and had 26 kills. Look for Plano West to go to either number 1, Aman Najai, or number 7, Jill Presley, when they need it the most.
Meanwhile, Byron Nelson sports the luxury of having the Texas Player of the Year in Paige Flickinger. But it's not just a one-horse offensive attack for the Bobcats either, as they get a lot of help from the high flyer headed out west to UCLA in Charity Looper.
Absolutely. Both of them are about 5'7", 5'8", and they can just absolutely fly. They pass in all 6 rotations, they hit in all 6 rotations, and they'll go to either number 8, Paige Flickinger, headed to LSU, who led their team in kills with 29 on 55 swings. And again, like you said, number 10, Charity Looper, a UCLA commit with 19 kills, both of them about 5'9", 5'10".
You know, it's no surprise here in the 6A finals. It's an all-Metroplex showdown. This will be the 9th time in 11 years that the title is held here in North Texas, with just 2 years the Woodlands taking it away. But some perennial powers, Coppell winning a couple championships, Hebron with 4, Flower Mound last year. This year, kind of a new entry into the club, but it's going to be well-earned. This is a tough region to get out of.
Best volleyball comes out of Region 1 and Region 2. See how it works.
And you're not biased at all when you say that, are you, as you coach up here?
Not especially, but as you saw in Region 5A, it was Region 1 and Region 2, 6A, Region 1, Region 2, heading for the state championship.
Should be a wonderful match here as the player introductions conclude. And the Bobcats are getting introduced. I was so impressed with the balance between Njai and Presley yesterday. Talking about Jill got set more, but 27 kills for Iman Njai, 26 for Jill Presley, and Presley also chipped in 16 digs, so she's a complete court player as well.
Absolutely. She plays 6 rotations for Plano West, and she's going to be counted on to score from front row, back row, and even the service line with her jump topspin serve. Iman is more of the terminator in the front row. She only plays 3 rotations, but when they set her, they're looking for her to get kills. Maybe
a thing where sometimes whoever's going to bubble up and take over, maybe some of the role players. And aside from Njai and Presley, Piatas had a really nice match yesterday. Obviously, you're going to need some play on the back line as well. And libero Lindsay Zhang did a great job of keeping them in the match and keeping some rallies going for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, the Harvard commit is a junior, 5'5". She's kind of the rhythm of Plano West. She gets the offense going with the first touch and first contact. She does a great job, as well as giving the ball to their setters. Sydney Yap going to Duke and Ashley Lee going to Virginia.
You know, we're going to say that Zhang's a smart player, and now we have the stats to back it up. Harvard doesn't take just anybody, and so you just show her intelligence not only on the court but also off. Meanwhile, Byron Nelson, You know, I've talked to their previous head coach who joined me for many of the broadcasts this week, and Libby Pacheco, and she said that this team, she knew whenever she was there 2 years ago, and even before that, this team was destined for greatness. Last year ran into an unbelievable team in Flower Mound who persevered, got past the Bobcats in the third round, now fought through and got the championship. This year, Byron Nelson got the best of the Jaguars, and now here they are on the cusp of taking the championship home.
Byron Nelson's been one of the best teams in the Metroplex the last 2 years. Like you said, Flower Mound upended them last year. I think it gave this group even more motivation to come back this year and show them what they can do as a group. They're led by number 12, Peyton Chamberlain, who's a Wyoming commit. She's a setter, and one of the things that's new to their team is she sets from the middle of the court. Usually the setter in the front row running a 5-1 sets out the right side. In this team, in this group, she sets out of the middle. It's a little bit different look if you're not accustomed to volleyball.
Not to mention the fact that when she is blocking at the net, she's as good as they come. She's a wonderful middle blocker in her own right, even if you take the setting responsibilities away. Also look at what they can do in the back end, and Gia Santini will track everything down. She's headed to Lamar, and she can dig as good as anybody in the state. So we've got a great potential matchup here. Question I have for you as a coach of these young girls, how much did the 5-setter last night, the emotional toll, the physical toll take on Plano West? Will that play a factor here today?
I mean, they did have the late game, so that's a kind of determining factor. And then they also went 5 sets, and it's an emotional game. They won the first few sets, lost the next 2 sets, and they had to scratch, claw, and fight their way to a 5-set win. We'll see if they can handle the turnaround in less than 24 hours. But I expect them to come out playing their best. Justin Waters, the head coach, said they need to leave it all on the court, give them everything you have and enjoy it. And the best thing about his team is they step up when needed. At the state championship 6A level, this is when they need it the most.
So about ready to begin here. Plano West in the black jerseys with white numerals. Will be on the right side of the court in the Libero Lindsay Zhang. You can't miss her. She got the bright pink jersey on here tonight.
Got the bright colors for the Libero, Gia Santini for Byron Nelson, and the bright orange. Again, Liberos are just your defensive specialists that can only play in the back row.
And here's the deep serve to the bright orange wearing Santini. And a big point one at the net. The combination of Hunter Anderson and Iman Injai puts that one away for the first point for Plano West.
Yeah, Iman Injai is a very physical player, 6'3", can touch over 10 feet.
Dug out in the back row. Byron Nelson with their first attack. Injai with the save. They'll set her up in the middle. Great finesse shot. Diving dig, though, by Peterson to keep it alive. Set middle again. Going deep. What a great diving dig by Looper. Block back at the net. And Looper from the back row. Zhang will center it. Cross court. Tapped over by Presley. And a big point for Plano West and a wonderful rally. We should see a lot of that here in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see a lot of blocks and a lot of what we call coverage for the offense. Paige Flickinger hit into the net, or hit into the block, and then was able to cover her own ball and continue the rally, but Plano West with the point.
Ashley Lee, serve goes into the net. First point for the Bobcats of Byron Nelson. Coach Groth taking over 2 years. Talk about pedigree. Not only did she learn under the man who just helped Lovejoy win the state championship at Ryan Mitchell as assistant there for many years, got a head coaching job at Colleyville Heritage and then came over, but she's also Jan Barker's daughter, of course the longtime legendary Amarillo High coach, so she knows a thing or two about winning in big time situations. Hopefully she can bring some guidance to this young Byron Nelson team here today.
Yeah, she has her own little coaching style, but it's nice to know you can always go to mom for advice.
And how many hours has she spent in the gym? Let's just think about that and tally that up for a minute. Jump serve coming over. Nice running dig there by Santini. In system now. Right side. Injai. Tap job. Pancake keeps it alive. And sit over by Flickinger. Big hit. Dig over the net and out of play.
Yeah, Monjai might be the difference maker in this, but Justin Waters said that in order to beat Byron Nelson today, they're going to have to stop their outsides, serve aggressive, and set up their block. See if they can do that in this first set.
Another strong serve by Presley. In system, middle attack, going for the back left corner, and it's wide. On the swing by Skylar McKinnon.
Yeah, Skylar McKinnon is heading to Harding to go play her college ball. She's one of the seniors on the Bobcat team.
Down the line, but wide, and that will be a side out for Byron Nelson, and snaps a 3-0 scoring run for Plano West.
Yeah, Plano West actually, and Byron Nelson played earlier in the year with Byron Nelson winning both sets at the end of a tournament in August.
Deep serve, letting that one go is Presley. It's long. That'll be a side out for the Wolfpack. Zhang in that bright pink libero jersey to serve. Deep, about a foot and a half too deep as it goes long again, and maybe some nerves here at the beginning part of this championship match. 6A title on the line here, the 18th and final match of the week. We brought them all to you here on the NFHS Network. All archives will be available on demand as well as soon as each individual match is over. And Njai with a big put away there.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how Byron Nelson contains that. That was the same exact set that they used yesterday in the 5th set to get her going to put them over the top against Rich Point.
Here's the serve from Sydney Yap. Santini centers. Outside, big leap by Looper to put it away.
She is just one of those kids that's just a gifted athlete that is a great volleyball player. She's only about 5'8", 5'9" on the high side, and she can touch well over 10 feet.
I'd love to see her and Njai in a jumping contest, although Njai's got the height advantage. I think they probably could both get up about the same.
Both high flyers.
Outside attack, swinging through the blocks is low. Set right side, blocked out, kill by Nina Peterson.
Yeah, exactly what you need. They're not the complementary players to get the 3rd and 4th kills for Byron Nelson, because you know Paige Flickinger and Charity Looper are going to get theirs. Who else is going to be able to step up for them?
Right side attack, back to the middle. Dug out by Flickinger. Bumped up and over by Looper. Push back corner, Flickinger tracks it down. Set, middle, attack, down and inside the line. Great finish there by Vermeer.
Yeah, last two kills by Nina Peterson and Grace Vermeer. Exactly what Byron Nelson needs to get in a little rhythm of their offense.
Back with it a point. Adeline Miller, the junior, serving for the Bobcats. Right side through the block. What a follow-through on the swing by Piatis.
Yeah, she transferred in her senior year from a private school, and it was a really big upgrade for Plano West. Because last year, actually, Amon Najai was an outside hitter for Plano West. And this year, they were able to put her on the right side with the addition of number 6, Noah Piatis.
Back to serve is Morgan Carter, the 5'10 junior. Deep serve dug out by Flickinger. And Looper tries to send over the free ball. She's not going to be able to get it there. Great job scrapping.
Yeah,
what a point for Plano West.
Yeah, great serve by number 4, Morgan Carter. She's headed to South Carolina, but she's only a junior.
Dug out by Flickinger in the back. Set up Looper, goes with a finesse shot. Presley there to dig it out. Takes a big swing in the middle and it hammers it through. Jill Presley does it.
She has so many shots from the middle of the court. I think that's one of her best swings that she has. And she can tool the block or she can find a seam. Again, just one of those things, try to get your hitters in the best possible position.
Great pass by Yap, too, to really open up the court for her. Back row attack, inches past the back line on the swing from Nina Peterson.
Yeah, Peyton Chamberlain doing a good job keeping their back row initiated.
4-0 run for Plano West. Timeout taken by Byron Nelson. It's an early 5-point lead for the Wolfpack. You're watching the 6A finals here on the NFHS Network. Along with Weatherford head coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. Thanks for watching the UIL State Championships here on the NFHS Network. 5 championships have been awarded. The last one here in 6A going to be decided over the next couple of hours. And here's a serve by Carter to resume action after the Byron Nelson timeout. Big elevation by Looper, blocked and kept in play. Presley will push it down the line. Flickinger in the back row. Gets it worked around, and a big finish by Charity Looper here.
Yeah, great tempo to the outside on the transition by Peyton Chamberlain. Charity Looper able to find the seam in between the middle blocker and right front blocker.
Oh, I said this yesterday in the semis. Byron Nelson student section has got some interesting chants worked out for their high flyers, and you just heard the loop. There it is on the kill put away by Charity Looper. And this one blocked back at the net, scrapping around is West, and they finally are unable to put it away thanks to the great play by the front line of the Bobcats. So the timeout works. 2-0 run here for Nelson. Through the block, but carries up into the net. Eden Fusselman was in a tough spot there in the back and just did everything she could to try to get a good pass forward.
Yeah, just a little bit outside. Anytime that hits the net outside of the antenna, it's considered an out ball.
Murashigi with the serve. Back row attack. Dugout. Right side attack for Presley. This is kept alive by Fusselman. Tapped up and over and kept alive by the Wolfpack. Presley again, a little finesse shot. Looper pops it up, gets it right back outside, hammers it down the line, but wide. Point Plano West.
Yeah, Charity Looper looking for the line down there. It's wide open, but hits it out just a little bit. Ball just needs to touch the line. It was just outside.
The senior Camille Murashigi continuing to serve. She goes down the line deep in the middle. Flickinger fields it, now back row attack. Right to Carter. And a double's going to be called on the set. That'll be a side out and point for Byron Nelson.
Yeah, it's a judgment call based on the official. It's a good call. Anytime you have a little side spin, that means it's a double contact of the ball. Great consistent call by the official.
Looper sends this one deep. Right side attack. Great diving dig, but can't be controlled by Santini. Wonderful finish on the outside for Avery Lowe.
Yeah, great job. You saw Jill Presley coming into the middle, and that left front blocker would hesitate just a little bit. Avery Lowe able to swing for the kill.
What do you mean? They're trying to follow 7-1? They have an idea where they are?
After 85 swings last night, she might need a little. Hopefully, she iced her shoulder last night.
It's so funny. I think both teams can probably tell you where their two top high flyer hitters are on every possession, no matter where they are on the court. A lot of attention being paid to those four. Down the line, a big finish put away by Skylar McKinnon.
Right, great job by Peyton Chamberlain. You saw them all bunched in, a little bit late to the back set. And Skylar McKinnon with the kill.
Her first of the night. Outside, powerful swing by Njai. Point Plano West.
Sometimes there's no matter what you do, she can just go over you. That was a great cross-body swing down the line.
Presley back to serve. They're going to go outside to Flickinger. She puts one away.
Yeah, great pass. Peyton Chamberlain able to use all her weapons. Paige Flickinger finds high hands of the middle blocker for the deflection and the kill.
Past the halfway point of the first set, that's the first kill for Paige Flickinger. Set in the middle, Njai buries it in the back left corner.
Same type of swing she had on the outside. You'll see crossbody going to her left. Finds a deep corner. Great swing.
Splitting that double. Presley was on the outside, and the defense has to honor both. Helps open up the court. Right side swing is deep and dug out by Lee. Njai again from the right side.
A little mismatch right there with Amon Jai, 6'2", with Paige Flickinger blocking her about 5'9", 5'10". See if they go back to that next time.
Santini with the dig. Control. Flickinger back row attack into the net. Another point for Plano West. They're on a mini run now, lead by 6 here in the first. And a timeout's going to be taken. Second, Byron Nelson timeout here of the set, as the Wolfpack are 7 points away from closing out the first frame. It's a 3-0 run for West. We'll be back for more first set action. The 6A finals continue in a moment on the NFHS Network. Great look at Iman Njai. 5 kills already here in this first set, keying Plano West on a 3-point run as they now lead by 6. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. Resuming action, first set. Flickinger taps up and over, kept alive by the Wolfpack. Njai with a roll shot from the back line. Through the defense, catches the sideline. Wow! What a perfect swing and angle for Flickinger.
Yeah, great to get that point coming out of the timeout.
Byron Nelson back within 5. Njai outside. This is popped up high in the air and tapped over, but a net violation is going to give the point to Plano West. Good aggressive play at the net by Vermeer. Just couldn't quite hang away from it long enough without causing the contact.
Yeah, it looked like when she pushed through that ball, she hit the net. Anytime you hit the net with the body part, it's going to be called. Good call by the official.
Sydney Yap back to serve. Right side sliding over, diving dig for Plano West, and Yap. Back row attack for Presley's dugout. Santini centers right side, cross court. Zhang was there. Cross court shot by Piatis. In system, back row attack. Flickinger. This one is deflected. Good job at the net by Beam. Cross court, a great dig by Chamberlain. Flickinger is dug out by Zhang. Outside again, this time into the net. On the swing by Piatis, that's a point for Byron Nelson.
Yeah, this is the rotation where if I'm Plano West, both Jill Presley and Amon Njai are no longer in the front row. Who's going to be able to step up and get a kill for Plano West in this particular rotation?
Adeline Miller to serve. Double on the hit. The pass was not clean. Point Byron Nelson. They're climbing back into this.
Looks like Plano West is shifting their offense to a 5-1. Number 9, Ashley Lee coming back in to set in this rotation. Look for them to set Noel Piatis on the 9 back set or the 5.
Wonderful finish by the Wolfpack there to put it away.
Yeah, good call changing up the offensive system to get Noel on the opposite pin.
You were wondering who was going to step up. Piatis answers the call. West lead back up to 5 as they get the side out. Morgan Carter, the 5'10 junior, in to serve. What a luxury it has to have all these 5'11 and 6-foot players to rotate in on that front line for Coach Waters and Plano West. Do you have that problem?
Sometimes. Depends on who graduates.
That's true. Outside pushed over by Looper. Outside, big hit by Presley is dug back over the net. Plano West in system. They'll go to Presley again on the outside. She does a drop shot, and it falls in for the point.
Really veteran play by Jill Presley. She goes up, gets a great swing. Paige Flickinger digs it. Next time she comes in, rolls it right in front of her for the point.
A lot of experience for the Wolfpack and this team that was in the semifinals a year ago. Yesterday, the first time Plano West had ever won a state tournament match. This is their third appearance. Great sidearm dig by Santini. Perfect pass up, blocked out off of the attack from Peterson.
Yeah, it's a great swing off the outside hand into the antenna and out of bounds.
Can't get over that pass from Santini. Swinging her arms wildly. It went right exactly to where Chamberlain was at the net. Carter to a knee to dig it out. Presley, cross court. Was it touched? Refs say no. It's out, so point Byron Nelson. They're back within 4.
Looks like it hit the top of the tape. No touch. Good call.
Tried to dump it over and sent back this time. Ashley Lee tried to sneak it, but on the replay you can see the heads-up play. Straight up goes Looper to pound it back. And as the mini run reaches 3 consecutive, Plano West is going to take their first time out of the set. Still a 3-point Wolfpack lead, but Nelson closing the gap. You're watching the Class 6A Finals right here on the NFHS Network. Byron Nelson getting back in this thing and starts with strong play at the net like that one right there by Looper.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Plano West coming out and number 7, Jill Presley, coming into the middle with a high ball and letting her kind of pick which area to hit.
It's exactly what happened. Santini with the dig. Behind the back set, hammered down by Peterson. Dug out by Zhang, cross court, off-speed shot by Presley. Plano West responds, back row attack by Presley. Still trying to find an alley. Presley again, and a double's going to be called on the pass. West does not get the point out of the timeout they were looking for.
Yeah, they got some good swings, just not able to finish.
Fusselman to serve. Outside, Presley off the side of the arm of the blocker. Big point for Plano West to stop a run that had reached 4 straight.
Yeah, it's a great job. 3-point lead. They're up 3. Nelson needs 6 points, so 2-to-1 ratio. See if they can close it out.
Here's the serve from Murashigi. Big put away by Charity Looper.
What a great swing to the deep corner. With that high of a contact and that deep in the court, it's almost impossible to dig.
Her entire shoulders are above the net. I'm afraid she's going to hit her head on the rafters in here with how high she's jumping.
She is a phenomenal athlete. Dad is a football coach for TCU.
Outside, knife through by Presley. Back and forth we go down the stretch here in set 1.
Yeah, Coach Bregroth, when I talked to her earlier, they said they have to stay composed under pressure, and their serve and pass and first contact has to be great. See if they can do that right here.
Outside, Flickinger hits it wide. Point, Plano West. Set point for the Wolfpack.
Paige Flickinger having a little bit of a rough time trying to find it with Amon Najai in front of her, but expect the Texas Gatorade Player of the Year to find an opening.
They'll set her again. She'll tap it up and over. Presley from the outside, kept alive. Great one-handed dig there by Chamberlain. Njai, blocked back. Big play at the net by Chamberlain.
Great close and finish. Peyton Chamberlain, about 5'11", 6-foot setter.
Yeah, she may have grown from when the heights were determined 4 months ago. Popped around, kept alive, and somehow Byron Nelson gets it over. Free ball sent over. Bobcats in system. They go right side. This time dug out by Lee. Tried to tap it over, and she does. Njai, with the softest attack she's had tonight, puts down the set winner for the West Wolves.
Great touch. When you're 6'2", you don't really have to tip up and over. She tipped pretty much straight down over the block for the kill.
Great volleyball on display here. Both teams with double-digit kills. We head to the second set. West up 25-21 after winning the first 1-0. The match score. You're watching the 6A Finals on the NFHS Network. Welcome back here as we start set 2 of the Class 6A Finals. West winning set 1, 25-21. It's the identical score. They won set 1 of the semifinal yesterday against Ridge Point. We all know how that one played out, a thrilling 5-setter as Plano West jumped out 2-0 and then fell 25-18, 25-21, setting up a brilliant 5th set put away by Njai as West took it 15-13 to advance here tonight. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. Kind of surprising statistics here when I look at it. 6 kills for Njai and Presley. That's not surprising. 273 attacking percentage for West. Not surprising either. It's the other side. 4 kills for Looper, 2 for Peterson, 2 for Flickinger, 1 for McKinnon, 1 for Vermeer, and an 0.73 attacking percentage for Byron Nelson. Has to be one of the lowest of the season for the Bobcats.
Yeah, and attribute that to some nerves. They got to just get in a little rhythm right here.
Outside, tapped up and over, sliding dig by Chamberlain, keeps it going. Looper pushes it over inside the antenna. And now sliding underneath the net I think was it Anderson or was it Injai going? Yeah, it was Injai, just couldn't throw on the air brakes and by inches crossed over. That's a huge point to get a little momentum for Byron Nelson as Flickinger serves again. Back up to the top. They'll go outside. Looper off the block. What a dig by Zhang to keep it alive. Free ball comes over from Carter. Chamberlain outside. Looper again. Hammers it home.
Yeah, Coach Brianne Groth, she ended up spinning it to where now Looper's starting in the front row instead of Paige Flickinger. Let's see if this matchup works better for Byron Nelson.
Flickinger continues to serve. Tap down the line, but wide. They're looking for a call.
Plano West thought it was off the hands. Line judge says otherwise. Point Byron Nelson.
Coming down in the middle, but into the net on the swing for Hunter Anderson.
Yeah, one thing I was surprised about Plano West is not putting Amon in the front row to start off with. Right now she's in the back row, and they're having trouble siding out getting that point.
They'll set outside. Presley gets blocked back. What a run to start the second by the Bobcats. A response to dropping the first by 4. They take the first 5 points of set 2. Timeout, Plano West. 6A finals continue in a moment. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. Out of the Plano West timeout. It's a 5-0 scoring run for Byron Nelson. Presley hits it into the net. Got a decent look in system. Presley just with a miss hit outside.
Yeah, trying to go for that sharp angle. Wasn't able to get the ball over the net. Hitting error.
Cross court, dug out by Flickinger in the back row. Looper with a huge attack that digs all the way into the stands. What a swing again by the dynamic Looper.
Yeah, Charity's just kind of the heartbeat of this team right now, and they're really feeding off her energy and her offense.
The loop, there it is, chant from the Bobcat student section. Flickinger is serving an amazing start. Make it 8 straight for Nelson.
Yeah, overpass. She knew the setter was going to be front row, so she was going to challenge it. Looper got up there quick before the setter.
Well, I don't know what Coach Groth said in between sets, but I would bottle that and keep it on standby if you ever need it again. There's a big finish. Finally a back row attack set for Injai. And she ends the 8-0 run by Nelson to start this second set.
Much needed at this point. Let's see if they can get on a run here.
Cross court, Looper goes between 2 blockers. Carter pops it up. Presley outside, tap up and over. Chamberlain keeps it going. Great running dig by Zhang. Right side, Injai. I think just misjudging it after the deflection at the net was Gia Santini.
Yeah, it looked like she thought the ball was going to go down, maybe hit a block, and just couldn't recover.
Set in the middle, through 2 blockers. Diving dig by Carter keeps it alive. Injai hits it wide. Side out Byron Nelson.
Yeah, great job by Byron Nelson keeping that ball alive and then just a little bit outside of the line.
Njai sends it over. What a great sharp angle on the attack. Flickinger dives for it. Can't come up with the dig. Now side out for West as they trail now by 6 here in the first in the second after taking the first.
Chipping away at that lead.
Deep serve by Presley. Chamberlain with a great set just inside the back line. Looper goes attacking the 6th position and puts it away.
Yeah, you can see here she just got inside of the outside blocker's hands and got it to area 6 as fast as she could. Great swing. Good offense by Peyton Chamberlain.
Going down to her knees as Zhang keeps it alive. Knocked over. They'll go to Looper again on the outside. Paints the back corner. You can't do it any better than that. What a swing by Charity Looper. She now has 9 kills in the match.
What a phenomenal swing. Deep corner with a lot of topspin. It's pretty much undiggable.
Plano West trying to answer, and there is a big answer by Amon Njai.
And the response from Amon says, anything you can do, I can do better, with a great swing out of the middle.
Because of I bet their verticals are the same, but because of the extra height, Njai just looks like she gets up even higher than Looper, which is hard to imagine.
Different attacking angles. You don't see it every day in practice.
Looper, great dig by Zhang. Pushed over deep into the back corner. Back row, Flickinger hammers it through the block. Just the 3rd kill for Flickinger in the match.
She's such a great back row player. Maybe this is like allowing her to kind of get in rhythm before she gets to the front row, which she is right now.
Looper serves it down the line, dug out, and sent over by Piatas. Right side, again, dug out by Zhang. Free ball, put away, Flickinger on point. But hold the phone. We have a net violation, and it's going to go the other way. And a point for Plano West.
Yeah, it looks like on the follow through on the overpass, hand just hit the net. Sometimes it can be the ball, but look right there, it looked like her fingers hit the net as she was following through.
Sydney Yap to serve. Plano West down 7 here. Flickinger sends that one over. Plano West scrapping, keeps it alive. Poke to the back corner. Heads up play by Peyton Chamberlain.
That is such a great headsy play, especially the base of defense that Plano West plays. Those deep corners are open and has the strength to push it all the way back there.
The senior Gia Santini serves it over. Cross court down the line. Winner for Avery Lowe.
Good swing. Plano West has 2 ACC commits, and Sydney App going to Duke, and Ashley Lee going to Virginia. And they're really running a good offense right now.
Carter served down the line. Santini with the center. Chamberlain passes it outside. Flickinger off the arm with a side block for the kill.
Yeah, after struggling in that first set, you can see Paige Flickinger really starting to gain the reason why she was Gatorade Player of the Year last year in 2018.
Heating up, she now has 5 kills. Free ball sent over. In system, quick middle attack. Goes wide, was not touched.
Yeah, getting all your hitters involved. The middle had one-on-one, exactly what you're looking for in a free ball play. Just turned it a little bit too much outside the line.
Grace Vermeer, the junior, just hits it wide. Plano West trying to get back into it, now trailing by 7. Chamberlain tracks it down. Flickinger pushes it into the back row. Nice diving dig by Mershigi. Looper tracks it down. Free ball going to be sent over by Santini. Mershigi up to Yap and over this time. Kept alive by Looper. Free ball sent over by Chamberlain. They'll go outside. Poked back again on the attack from Presley. Great play at the net by Byron Nelson.
Yeah, Byron Nelson gave him 2 free balls, and Plano West couldn't convert on either one of them. Those are 2 plays I think Plano West would want back. But Bobcats did a great job of scrambling on defense.
Rotation comes all the way around. Flickinger back to serve as she did to start the set. Double on the pass.
There's that same rotation Plano West got stuck in last time. See if Paige Flickinger can keep the serve in and keep the pressure on him.
Boy, at that point it continued. I don't think it was going to go Plano West way anyway. Looper was ready to block that thing. They go outside to Presley. Santini with the dig, but can't control the pass. After contact, it goes out, and there's the side out the Wolfpack we're looking for.
If any volleyball player is about 5'8", 5'9", this is the game that tells you if you can work on your ball control, you can be a great outside hitter at the high school level.
Dumped over. Kept alive by Lee. The shot is wide down the line. That's a point for Byron Nelson. So close to hitting the back line by Njai. Called out. Side out Byron Nelson. They lead by 9 here in set 2 after falling to Plano West in set 1, 25-21. Nice diving dig there by Miller. And put away. Nelson taking control of the second.
Yeah, great swing. Amon Jai is over there blocking, had to cut it around her and found the spot.
Adeline Miller, the junior, serves down the line. Set up Presley in the middle. Chamberlain with the dig. Deep shot by Peterson dug out. Njai hammers it between blockers. Chamberlain somehow keeps it alive. Poked over by Looper. Great job. Faking with the right. The poke with the left. Finds the soft spot behind the front line.
She went up and over both of those blockers. What an outstanding athletic play.
Byron Nelson 6 points away from tying the match at a set apiece. Zhang centers it. Back row attack into the net for Presley. A story of 2 attacking percentages in these 2 sets. As Nelson was flirting with a negative attack percentage in the first, now hitting .280 here in the second. Almost the opposite for West, as they're now hitting .080 in this second set. It's a 4-0 run for Nelson. They lead by 12 here in the second. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. Resuming play here, second set. Bobcats on a 4-0 run. Perhaps Byron Nelson has woken up after West took the first set. Most pundits and spectators here that don't have an allegiance thought that Byron Nelson would win this match when I was polling around here earlier. And that first set tells me we knew Plano West could hang, but this is the Byron Nelson team everybody was thinking of when they picked the Bobcats to win the 6A crown. Deep serve. Outside, great low dig for the Bobcats. Chamberlain sets it outside. Looper has it blocked back by Njai.
That was a great block. They definitely need something. They might not win this set, but they definitely need to change the momentum of this game. And you may not be able to win this next set, but you definitely have to score some points to get some momentum for this next set.
Presley waiting for the whistle. Sends it over. Chamberlain goes back row into the net. Blocked, though. And Chamberlain will send over the free ball. Tapped up and over. Santini tracks it down. Looper puts it away down the line for the winner.
Yeah, great crossbody swing. You see her just a little bit of line. She's able to hit it.
Serve for Peterson. West sets up an outside shot, goes wide for Piatas.
Yeah, good set. Just a little bit flat on the ball. Need to get on top of it to get that ball going with a down trajectory.
Nelson 2 points away from taking the set. Outside, blocked out. And another monster swing. You can watch the follow through here from Njai. Generates so much power.
It's amazing how hard some of these athletes can swing.
Yes, they called that. I thought they initially signaled it ricocheted off. Boy, serve goes long. Now it's set point for Byron Nelson. Looper serving for the set to even the match at 1 apiece. Pushed down the line, kept alive by Nelson. To the top of the net. Njai knew what to do with it there.
Yeah, if you make that mistake, you're going to get punished. Put a ball right at the net, right to where Amon is standing.
Kind of say that about both teams, too. You do that to either side, you're going to get your hand headed to you. In the serve is Sidney Yap, the senior. The Duke signee. Still many set points to go, though, for Byron Nelson as they lead by 13. Park, what a great, fantastic athletic play by Zhang to keep it alive. Dumped over into the net, though, for Chamberlain. Good idea, trying to catch him napping. Looking to finish off the set. Just missed on the attack.
Yeah. This game, 6A at the state level, 12 college signees already.
Outside. Flickinger tries to put it away. This one hit into the net, and the set goes to Byron Nelson after Piata Smith hits on the outside. Emphatic response for Byron Nelson as they take it 25-12 here in the second. We're tied at a set apiece. The 6A championship match continues in a moment. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. Getting ready to start the third set action here in our 6A finals. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. We talk so much about Injai and Piatis and Presley and Flickinger and Looper and Chamberlain. Let's give some love to these liberos because Santini and Zhang are making it look so easy out there off of some unbelievably athletic digs in the back row.
The liberos right now are just playing out of their minds. They're the most unheralded. Them and the setters get the least amount of pub because it's not the flashy kills. It's not the touchdowns. It's not you're scoring the points. You're just doing your job, and hopefully it leads to that flashy kill or a point for your team.
Well, I mean, it is hard with all the high flyers in this one that got to give some tap and some love to what they're doing, and also the combination of Yap and Lee for Plato West and Chamberlain for Nelson. You can't have those highlight kills without a good pass from the back row and the liberos and the sets from the setters. Starting the third set, tied at 1 apiece. It's an ace, starting things off for Sydney Yap.
Let's start to see what the rotations look like. Plano West started with Amon in the front row and Charity in the front row, so it's going to be Charity on the outside versus Amon on the right side.
Spiked down by Injai, and she gets a partial block on the Looper attack here. And the first mano-a-mano attack opportunity goes the way of Charity Looper.
Have to give a lot of credit to Coach Bree, changing the outside so we're a little bit more athletic, a little bit high flyer. Looper is now up against Amon instead of the first set when Paige Flickinger was up against Amon.
Deep serve. Kept alive. Injai responds on the outside with her own swing.
Yeah, great high swing in the seam. Paige Flickinger, normally where she would stand, she'd dig that ball, but not against the 6'2" Jai.
Deep serve dug out by Santini. Behind the back set. Well, looked like it was going over the edge. Instead, Looper puts it down. Diving dig. What a great job. Free ball coming over from Santini. Right side, Injai with a tap shot. Santini again there with the answer. Looper fights through the double with a touch pass.
Yeah, ball was a little bit in front of her, so she went up and really pushed the ball and was really aggressive with her tip into the block, and it fell down for the point. Great shot.
Early 2-2 tie. Somebody's taking control early in each of the first two sets. We haven't had a lot of back and forth action. Chamberlain behind the back set, cross court shot, Peterson dug out. Free ball though coming over. Once again a diving dig by Zhang. Middle attack, catches the line. Looper again.
Yeah, with the setter setting out of the middle, they don't have a middle attack, but right there you can see on the free ball, they brought in Charity Looper in the middle and ran a little bit quicker ball just to give a little bit different look to the offense.
Charity saying, what do you mean we don't have a middle attack? Back row, Flickinger goes deep. This one dug out by Presley. Presley hits it from the back line, and it's blocked back. Great defensive play by Charity Looper.
We're definitely aware of where Presley is at all times, front row and back row.
Second block by Looper, fourth overall for Byron Nelson. Bobcats up by 2. Great touch shot there from Injai. We've seen her unload the cannon. This time, the roll shot finishes off the point.
Yeah, it looked like there's a little hesitation between the libero and the right front relationship on defense.
Flickinger centers it to Chamberlain. Outside, up and over the blockers for Looper. A great pass by Zhang up front. Free ball comes over though. Right side, down through the defense, kept alive by Presley. Free ball comes over again for Byron Nelson. Can they take advantage of the second opportunity? Deep, outside, nails the line, point. Byron Nelson on the kill by Peterson.
Great job there in the same free ball play, but instead of setting Charity, they set Nina Peterson on the right, and she found open court.
Here's Looper. 2-point lead for the Bobcats. And this one hammered home by Iman Injai.
It's such a tough ball to defend, a little bit higher and faster inside set to Amon. Blocker's not able to get in front of it as fast, and she has open court.
Here comes the serve from Joyce Wang, the sophomore. Tips the net and goes over. Chamberlain still gets a good set out of it because of the dig by Santini, but the shot goes wide according to the line judge.
Yeah, ball went out to Paige Flickinger. See here, it goes to the outside. And line judge immediately called it.
Wang again. Dump over, great heads-up play by Chamberlain on a brilliant pass off the serve receiver Flickinger.
Yeah, with the setter and middle front, it's the middle blocker's responsibility because that's your hitter. And you won't get beat by a set, you'll get beat by the dump first. So you always want to take care of that first.
Through the double block on the right side, kill by Piatis. Singer headed to Miami, finishes that one off.
Seems to be she's a little bit more effective on the right pin than the left right now. Might be something we see a little bit later on.
Morgan Carter into serve. Float comes over, sliding dig by Santini. Flickinger down the line and just past the diving Zhang. That may be the first time today that Zhang has not come up with a dig.
Yeah, she has great range. She got a touch on the ball, just wasn't a touch where the ball went up.
Deep serve for Chamberlain, too deep as Carter lets it go, and it'll be a side out for Plano West.
This is the first set that we've kind of really been a side out, back and forth match. We'll see which team can go on a run to kind of distance themselves.
Tied at one set apiece here in the third. 6A championship on the line between these two great teams. Flickinger through the block and in. Point Nelson, side out again.
Yeah, the blocker, Hunter Anderson, the middle, is in the right spot. She has to press over, keep that left hand along the net as long as she can.
Set outside. Deep shot, too deep for Presley. Great idea looking for the open spot on the court, but just not enough spin.
Have a little tougher time today getting the kills. A little bit more error prone, but she'll step up for her team.
Great dump over by Ashley Lee.
Yeah, sometimes when your hitters are struggling, the best thing you can do as a setter is find a way to sneak a point or just find any way to relieve your hitters just from one extra jump and one extra decision in the air.
Ace for Ashley Lee, and we're tied at 9.
The jump topspin serve, it's so hard to judge, especially if that ball comes off nice and high. With all that topspin, the ball fell down.
Another one this time. Flickinger digs it out. Set right side, blocked and popped up and kept alive. Hit over by Presley on an athletic play. Middle attack, Carter there. Right side, Injai tapped up and over for the point.
She's had so many different shots in her, but it looks like she's going to go up, put the hammer down, and then just tips it right over the block. Defense not ready for it.
A rare run here in set 3. Plano West has won the last 3 points, and now another ace, the second of this service opportunity for Ashley Lee. The Virginia verbal commit serving tough here in the third.
A little frustrated with this tough serve, and she's feeling it right now.
Flickinger tight to the net, pushed over by Looper. Run down by Presley. Free ball sent over by Zhang. Chamberlain will set back row. Flickinger deep corner, perfect position there. Again, Zhang hustling over, can't control it.
Yeah, Paige Flickinger with just a great shot to the corner. It's not always how hard you swing. Sometimes it's about placement. She did a good job of just placing the ball where the defense wasn't.
Good look at Adeline Miller, the junior, setting to serve for Nelson. Free ball coming over, not so free from Presley in the back row. Great behind the back set, and a wonderful finish by Peterson.
Yeah, great swing on the great athletic set by Peyton Chamberlain, and Zhang's having a hard time covering as much court as Plano West has given her to defend.
24 assists for Chamberlain in the match. Serve goes long. Side out, Plano West. They go back on top by a point.
Yeah, Plano West went on their little run. Nelson went on their little run. Back to side-out volleyball.
Well, here's a great defensive adjustment. Coach Waters sent Carter in and nobody came out, I guess, or maybe they didn't do the exchange properly or something, but looked like they were lining up with 7. That's a great way to try to slow down Byron Nelson if you got 7 players out there.
Sometimes that's how many you need.
Back row, tapped up and over. Tracked down by Piatas. Outside, Injai hammers it. Dig goes back over, though. Plano West will set up Injai again, and she puts away the winner.
She is absolutely feeling it. Leading the team in kills and attempts. I think they're going to have to go to her even more.
17 kills, leading all players in the match. Great top spin serve there. Outside, Looper gets blocked back. Chamberlain sets her again. Again tipped at the net. Lee, right side, Injai, no double called on the assist.
You see that setter Ashley Lee is trying to get him on the ball. She's feeling it. That's what you got to do as a setter, kind of understand your team, understand your hitters, and when they're feeling it, got to get to them in rhythm.
Serve coming over from Eden Fusselman. Big, huge swing by Injai. Pops around in his dugout. Zhang keeps it alive. Injai back row send over. Right side. Blocked out. Big kill by Peterson.
She's really had some great swings off of the outside hands of your middle blocker and outside blocker.
Tied at 13. On the 6th kill for Peterson in the match. Chamberlain goes back to her right side. Wait, one-handed dig by Zhang to keep it alive. Free ball comes over. Chamberlain goes middle. Looper pushes it right into the chest of the setter. Lee, no chance to make a play there. Byron Nelson back on top by a point.
Yeah, Byron Nelson's running that too-quick offense on a free ball where they're bringing Looper in and Peterson right behind for the swing.
Doesn't get any better than this, folks. Injai hits it over, popped up by Peterson. Attacked by Looper, goes deep. Back row digs it out. Presley centers it over, kept alive by Santini. Right side blocked back. Good attack there by Piatas. This one poked up in the air. Saved by Presley. Backwards hit over by Injai. Chamberlain with the dump, but Zhang was there ready. Injai again down the line and gets the winner. What did I just say? It doesn't get better than this. Amazingly athletic plays on both sides.
Great swings, great digs. Just great hustle on both sides of the court.
Tied again at 14. Looper winds up, can't catch the sideline, was not touched. Point, Plano West. Flickinger digs it in the air. Chamberlain will set. Looper in the middle. Great save by Presley. She'll attack from the back row. Set, middle, pushed over by Flickinger. Lee goes behind her back. Injai between the blocks. Gets the kill.
Yeah, Byron Nelson's going to have to really figure out what they want to do on the right side against Aman Jai because she is just absolutely tearing it up right now. But Byron Nelson's not doing as well in service eve.
There are a lot of people around this state that says they need to figure out what to do with Injai getting hot. Zhang with a great dig, goes back. They set Looper again. This one's blocked at the net and goes out. That'll be a point for Byron Nelson, stopping a 3-0 Wolfpack run.
He's just so physical on the outside swinging. Has so many shots. You see her go off the middle blocker, out of bounds with no extra touch.
Looper steps and strikes. Byron Nelson within one. Injai again down the line. Santini was there. Sets up Flickinger up and over. Kept alive, but not for long. A little miscommunication there as Piatas and Zhang collide in the back row.
Yeah, sometimes when it's not what we call black and white volleyball, where it's pass, set, hit, and there's a lot of grade, there's a level of communication that needs to upward.
Tied again at 16. Injai puts it down in the middle. A soft floater for the kill.
Okay. see right now, she just uses her frame and goes up and over and down. A lot of kids, 5'8", 5'9", you have to tip up and over the block. With her, she's just tipping straight over the block.
We had one tie in the first 2 sets. This is the 11th tie that we just passed as Plano West takes a 1-point lead. Big swing by Flickinger. Dug out by Zhang. They'll set the outside for Piatas. Back to Flickinger again. Great dig up by Presley. Behind the back set. And this one's going to go out. It hit the net, goes wide on the swing by Peterson.
What an absolute great dig by Jill Presley, taking one from Paige Flickinger. Ball goes up, scramble to get it over, and then the hitting error by Byron Nelson ends the rally.
Chamberlain behind the back set, middle attack, and off the forehead of Presley. Well, she's digging it without her arms, and she tried again here. I don't think it was intentional, but my goodness, the ball's coming with such velocity.
Tried to get out of the way.
Behind the back set, big swing down the line. Looper's able to keep it going, tapped up and over. Giannis with a middle attack. Chamberlain goes behind the back, up and over the blockers, and a great touch shot here by McKinnon.
With so many lead changes, I think Plano West is starting to run out of subs, and that's why they're running with their setter in the front row now. Something to look at towards we get later on in the match.
Set right side, tapped up and over, and it stays down.
Piatas has 3 kills on the right side, 3 consecutive rotations over there.
So explain that to the folks at home that may not understand about the substitution you just talked about.
Yeah, in high school you get 18 subs, and so I know that Plano West wants Amon back in the game, so maybe they're getting close to that 18 subs, and they need to save one for when she gets into the front row. Because if they're out of subs, then whoever's in for right now will not be able to go back into the front row when they need her the most at the end of the game.
Great put away by Flickinger there. Tied at 19. Presley with a swing. Dig by Looper. Flickinger again. Touch shot. Chamberlain down to her knees to dig it out. Middle attack. Nice floater by Presley. Great scramble play by Byron Nelson. Lee cross court. Presley hammers it home.
Great inside tempo set to Presley on what some coaches call a 3, and really attacks that left back defender. Gia Santini just can't get there in time.
This back and forth tight set. Neither team has used a timeout yet. 1-point lead for West. Through the double block, kept alive. Carter to the outside, tapped over by Presley and dug out by Chamberlain. Flickinger inside the line. Beautiful swing from the Texas Gatorade Player of the Year.
Sometimes as coaches, you said no one's taking the timeout. Sometimes this is just you're letting your team. It has the rhythm. The game has a rhythm to it. Whether it's good or bad right now, both teams haven't separated themselves. Coaches are probably going to use their timeouts later on when it gets a little bit later.
Time at 20. Lee taps it over on a dump, and they're going to get a lift on the flip. She can't believe it. There's a lot of booing going on right now. Plano West at the call in the student section with the "you can't do that" chant. Presley tries to answer back. This one goes wide. Little mini run here for Byron Nelson as they're 3 points away from taking a 2-1 lead. And there's the timeout taken by Justin Waters and the Wolfpack. High drama here in set 3, tied at 1 apiece. Nelson on a 3-0 run. Back to the Colwell Center after this. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS Network. After the Wolfpack timeout, play resuming. Flickinger serves. In system, they go to Presley on the outside, down the line. And not even the diving dig of Flickinger to keep that one alive. Great response from the timeout from Plano West.
An even better thing for Plano West, number one, Amanjai back into the front row. Let's see if Byron Nelson can side out with McKinnon and Looper in the front row.
Great set by Chamberlain. Oh, but no chance for Looper to get there on that one. Not even the high flyer could hang that long.
A little bit tight set, just really couldn't get there. Ball goes down for a point for Plano West.
2-0 run for the Wolfpack. Timeout Byron Nelson. Tied at 22 as we're tied at one set apiece. Folks, buckle in. This is going to be an unbelievable championship match. And we're just nearing the halfway point, I predict. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. Play resumes after the timeout. Tied at 22. Here comes the jump serve from Ashley Lee. Ace! Boy, when you can get Flickinger on one, you must have a killer serve.
Yeah, not only does it have top spin, but also has side spin. So it kind of curls away from the passer. So she's just as aggressive right here.
She absolutely is. Diving dig by Flickinger. Santini gets it over to Looper on the outside. Dumped over. Sang to Lee. Tapped over and in for Injai. Set point. Plano West. Timeout Byron Nelson. It's a 4-0 run for the Wolfpack. You're watching the 6A championships here on the NFHS network. You can see that last little touch kill for Injai. Sandwiched around a couple of aces by Ashley Lee. And West on a 4-0 run, a point away from taking a 2-1 lead here in the 6A championship match. He's Coach Nick Gay. I'm Thomas Lee. Ace finishes it off for Ashley Lee, her 5th ace of the match. Plano West with the final 5 points to close it out, and now a set away from taking the championship.
What an amazing aggressive serve on game point, going after it. High risk, high reward. It's a high reward to finish off that set.
Plano West coaches said that this group of girls, they were gamers. When the lights come on, they play their best. They have tonight against the slightly favored Byron Nelson Bobcats. We'll come back for set number 4. You're watching the 6A championship match here on the NFHS network. Going to set number 4. Plano West leads it 2-1. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. Attacking percentage, 185 for Northwest. That's not what they're accustomed to. 39 kills, 17 attacking errors on 119 chances. Meanwhile, 197 for Plano West. 39 kills, 16 attacking errors, and 117 total attempts. Yeah, it's been a close match, and the stats hold up to that as well. We'll see now. Byron Nelson responded quickly in the second after dropping the first. Can they respond and force a fifth? That's the question on everybody's mind now.
Yeah, we'll see if Plano West, they did change something up. In the second set, they started with Amon in the back row, and Byron Nelson went on a run. This time they started with Amon in the front row. Let's see if it gives them a little bit more offense to start the fourth setup.
Served by Flickinger. Tapped over back corner. Presley looking for the coffin corner kill, but carries too far on her, and the first point goes the way of the Bobcats. Iman Njai, 21 kills in the match. We're not done yet. Diving dig by Flickinger to keep it going. Looper with the high hanging swing. Zhang couldn't control the pass. It goes out. A 2-0 run to start the fourth here for Nelson.
Yeah, great swing by Charity, attacking that left front, left back seam.
17th kill for Looper. Tips the tape and rolls over, and that's an ace for Paige Flickinger.
When you're being aggressive and you're getting that ball right at that net, and sometimes when it hits that net, it rolls over.
First service ace of the match for Byron Nelson. Lee had 3 to close out the third for Plano West. Looper hits it over. Popped up by Lee. Sent deep into the corner by Njai. Behind the back set, tipped up and over. Great decision by first Chamberlain to go behind the back. And then the finish at the net on the right side as well for McKinnon.
Yeah, they have Joe Presley on the right side, who's not used to playing that. That's usually that right front person's responsibility.
Cross court, big hit, goes wide though for Njai. And just like they did in the second, Byron Nelson starts out the fourth on a run, trailing in sets in the match.
Plano West moving their hitters around, stacking on the left.
Cross court, Looper was there, goes back over to Plano West, push to the back corner. Flickinger with the save. Chamberlain sets outside, Looper dug by Zhang. Over the net though. Nelson in system, back row attack. Flickinger puts it away. No time to react for Noel Piatas. And a 6-0 run causes Plano West to take a timeout. Byron Nelson responding with their backs against the wall. We'll continue the fourth set after this. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. So much wonderful action on the NFHS network today. We got football, we got volleyball. Championship and playoff action abound the state right here on your home for UIL playoff action, the NFHS network. Response out of the timeout, and one of the better swings we've seen from Presley since early in the match.
Yeah, she's kind of had a little rough start, hot start, and then kind of cooled off, and hopefully that'll get her kind of going. See what she can do with her jump top spin serve.
10th kill of the match for Presley. Serve comes back over. Zhang centers to Lee behind the back. Njai puts it away.
That's that exact set talked about earlier in the match. A little bit inside. Looper's not able to adjust her block inside, and therefore Amon can beat her to the seam.
Presley with the serve over. Chamberlain goes behind her back, and that's a put away on the right side for McKinnon.
Yeah, the Harding commit with a great swing right there. Look forward to her getting the next 3 rotations in the front row.
There comes a serve from Adeline Miller. Junior sends it over. Zhang to Lee, right side, push down the line. And a great change of tempo here by Aman Njai.
He has a lot of different shots in her repertoire, and hadn't seen that one this evening. It's another thing you have to defend.
Lindsay Zhang to serve for Plano West, who's now back within 4. They're falling behind 6-0 here. There's a big put away by Looper.
It'd be so nice to have one of those outside hitters that doesn't matter the pass, you can still put down the ball.
18th kill for Looper in the match. She's got 7 digs. Flickinger with a double-double, 13 kills, 18 digs. 36 assists for Peyton Chamberlain. Good placement there. You talk about it. Sometimes it's placement over power, and that one drops in for the kill.
Yeah, she got a touch on the ball. Number 1, Eden Fusselman just couldn't get a positive touch on the ball.
Joy Swang to serve, the 5'6" sophomore. Plano West is going well. They're playing at a really high tempo and in system. That's what we've seen the last couple of plays. Great dig by Presley. Dump over. And they're going to get a double. No, actually. Yeah, they pointed the wrong direction. I was wondering what happened there. I saw the double, but just initially signaled by the R1 on the wrong side.
Yeah, what a phenomenal dig by the middle back player. Put it perfectly. Sometimes that ball has so much spin and so much velocity, it's hard to handle as a setter.
Byron Nelson by 5. Tried to dump it over. Great play by Flickinger to challenge the dump.
Yeah, with Plano West running that 5-1 right now, Ashley Lee's in the front row, so she's considered an attacker. So if she tries to put the ball over, the Byron Nelson can block.
Sets it up right side. Block back. Lee keeps it alive. Right back to Piatas on the right side. This one's dug out. And a free ball sent over by Flickinger. Plano West in system. They're going outside. And the big kill put down by Noel Piatas. But hold the phone. They say it went outside the antenna. That will be a point for Byron Nelson.
Yeah, good tempo to the outside. Just didn't have enough room to squeeze it in between the block and the pin.
Looper line drive. Zhang able to keep it going. Tapped up and over. What a diving dig by Looper. Free ball sent over by Santini. Lee cross court. Knifes through, but Santini with the save. Flickinger answers and puts it away.
Yeah, what a great athletic move by Charity Looper. Sacrificing your body, keep the ball open, and then it gives Byron Nelson another chance at the kill.
She was flying through the air on that dig. And now Byron Nelson is up 8 here in set 4, trailing it though to Plano West 2-1. You're watching the UIL 6A Finals on the NFHS Network. Back here at the Curtis Colwell Center. Boy, what a start to the 4th. Nelson hitting .667. That's right, 6 kills, no errors in 9 attempts. Plano West hitting negative .056. 4 kills, 5 errors in 18 attacks. But a big side out there for Plano West to snap the run for Byron Nelson. Wolfpack still trail by 7. He's Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. So glad you joined us for this unbelievable match here in the 6A Finals.
Really competitive teams.
We're not even through the halfway point of the 4th. I'm more going to call it the match of the week as this one's dug out by Santini. Flickinger hammers it down the line and sneaks it in.
This is just a great volleyball match between two highly competitive teams in the state. And they're 20 miles, 30 miles from each other.
Tapped over, kept alive, popped over by Chamberlain. Santini saves it on the quick attack, and now a double's going to be called in the set.
Yeah, she looked like a little out of sorts, running around, just couldn't get to the ball cleanly and put a ball for Paige Flickinger.
Just scrambling around. Surprised that double doesn't get called more often. That's how good Chamberlain is. Served by Camille Murashigi. And this one is blocked out off of the swing by Flickinger. Point Byron Nelson as they get a quick side out.
Yeah, the one thing about running a 5-1 for Plano West is their right side block isn't as physical as who they would put in to block. Ashley Lee's only about 5'9", and I know that their other right side that was in was about 5'10", 5'11", so advantage to Paige Flickinger.
Chamberlain live drive, diving dig by Zhang, kept alive by Lee. Great pass to Presley on the outside. Cross court, Flickinger takes something off, but Zhang is there on the deflection. Presley hammers it home. Looper there on the back line. Deep hit, Carter keeps it alive. They go to Presley again, who pushes it deep, but Looper with a great forward to Chamberlain. Tapped up and over, run down though by Lee. Presley hammers it home, but Santini is there. Chamberlain goes outside, down the line, back corner, into the 6-hole. Great swing by Flickinger.
What a great rally, great digs by Gia Santini, Ashley Lee. This is what you sign up for when you sign up for 6A volleyball.
And an ace now as Peyton Chamberlain continues to put the pressure on Plano West, and Byron Nelson increases the distance to 10. Tough serving again by Chamberlain. Lee gets it to the middle, pushed back corner. Looper lets it go, and it goes wide.
Great volleyball IQ and court IQ of not playing that ball. She follows it to the line, knows where she's at, lets it go, lands a little bit out of bounds.
Lee to the middle, Presley, big swing, and this one's finished off. Great quick hitter in the middle. Kill for Presley. That gives her 11 in the match. Snaps a 4-0 run for Byron Nelson.
Looks like Coach Groth wanted Paige Flickinger to get up and block, which left the seam for Joe Presley.
Santini centers to Chamberlain, right side, blocked back on the attack by Flickinger. They set her again. This time it goes through and it's kept alive by Presley. Big middle attack. Njai, diving dig though, keeps it going for Santini, and the hit is touched, and it's going to be a point for Plano West. Wow, what a play.
Wow, look at that. Paige Flickinger plays the ball, G. Santini dives, puts it over, and then Joe Presley puts the ball over on one, and it touches the Byron Nelson player.
Set behind the back, tapped up and over, and this one's kept alive by Lee. It's for Presley outside, Santini with the dig. Chamberlain goes behind her back. This one hit into the net. McKinnon couldn't clear it. Plano West starting to feel like they have a chance to come back now, only trailing by 9.
Clawing their way back in, trying to get some momentum.
And here's Ashley Lee, who serves so tough here tonight. Tough dig by Flickinger. They'll set her on the outside, cross court and wide. Not touched. Point Plano West. You're a Wolfpack fan. This is exactly who you want behind the service line. And because of that, timeout taken by Byron Nelson. Fourth set action here in the 6A finals. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS network. 7-point lead for Byron Nelson here in the fourth. Plano West, though, leads it 2-1 and is on a 4-0 run. 350 attacking percentage for Nelson here in this fourth set. 0-32 for Plano West, so they've climbed into the positive. And as a result, they're on a little bit of a run. Santini with a low dig on the Lee serve. This one blocked back. And they'll set up a back row attack for Looper. Cooper goes low, outside. Presley spins it back in. That's an impressive attack there. On a tight set, and this one's blocked back. Presley celebrating, pumping both fists as she gets the block on the outside.
Yeah, Byron Nelson's looking for one more rotation to get out of it because Plano West has two great hitters in the front row too with Amon and Joe Presley in the front row.
On the back line, another ace for Ashley Lee. She's got 6 in the match.
She's changed the momentum in the last couple of games with her serve. See if she can get a few more here to get back into this game.
The junior verbally committed to Virginia, offers another one. Chamberlain goes to the middle, big swing by Flickinger, who puts it away off the dig attempt to Morgan Carter.
This is the rotation that Plano West got stuck in the very first of the match. Let's see if they can find a way to side out quick.
Nelson by 6 in the serve. They've got to win this to force a 5th set. Njai, big hit. Santini with a wonderful save. Looper responds, and too much on it. Quick side out for Plano West. Presley to serve. Double-double for her. 12 kills and 11 digs. Hits the net, goes over. Santini still digs it out. Back row attack, Flickinger. Right to the waiting arms of Lee. Takes him out of system. Another great dig by Santini. Blocked out off of the attack by Looper.
Great swing. Only person going to get the ball. Mon probably left a little bit too much line right there and goes off her outside hand and down for a point. Quickest way to a point for a hitter.
Santini mobbed as she goes to the bench by every player. They see how she makes so many saves to keep this dream alive for Byron Nelson. Right side, tap back. What a great play by Looper.
She lined it up perfectly. Amon tries to go with the tip. Charity's still up there and puts it right back down.
7-point lead for Byron Nelson. 5 points away from forcing a 5th set. Down the line, dig by Zhang. Middle attack. Did she hit the net? Nope. I saw it shake. But a great swing there by Amon Njai gives her 25 kills tonight.
Sometimes you just don't have a defense for someone that can go up and over your block.
It's like she's standing on a ladder in the middle of the court sometimes. Back row tap over by Looper, kept alive. Running dig, couldn't be controlled. Presley pounds the court in frustration. Back to a 7-point Nelson lead, and they get the side out. Set up outside, good swing. Once again, Santini with the dig. Back row attack. Zhang equal to the challenge. Pop back up and kept alive by Lee and sit over by Njai. In the middle, Looper puts it away, flying through the air with a massive swing.
Seems like it's a lot closer game than what the score indicates.
That early run for Nelson. They rounded up the first 6 points. If it weren't for that, this would be nip and tuck. Blocked back, kept alive by Zhang. Behind the back set, Njai again. They get a double on the set for Lee. Nelson 2 points away from forcing the 5th set. Fosselman continuing to serve. Lee sets up a back row attack. Presley sends it over, dug out by Santini. Chamberlain behind her back again. This time dug out. Choice joust won by Byron Nelson and Chamberlain. Attack down the line, but right to Flickinger. Outside Looper, big hit, diving dig by Presley. And now Njai will send it over. Chamberlain dumps it over and finds just inside the line in the back right side of the court.
What a great play again. That same type of play. Ball's tight to the net. Went back to that back corner. Remembered that. Found it again.
Set point for Byron Nelson. Back row attack. Presley's dug out. Flickinger gets it over to Lupert. Taps it up. An over-diving dig keeps the play going for a lead. Njai between two blockers. Popped up by Santini. They'll set Looper outside. And wide. Ooh. Boy, Zhang gets to everything. I thought one got by her. I think she let it go by as it was going out.
Just missed by a couple inches right there. Good swing. Like being aggressive on game point. Got 9 set points right here for Byron Nelson. I know they'd like to finish it pretty quick.
West looking for a little momentum heading into the fifth. Served back over the top, poked over by Chamberlain. Hit over by Pianis. Chamberlain goes outside, Looper to finish it off, and she does. We're headed to the fifth. Byron Nelson responds with another dominant set, and the 6A title will be hanging in the balance when we start the fifth set after these messages. You're watching the 6A finals on the NFHS network. High drama here in the Class 6A finals. Byron Nelson, Plano West, tied at 2 sets apiece as we head to the fifth. Along with Weatherford head coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. 5 setters, well, they both have them in their repertoire from the season, and they're both undefeated. One for Byron Nelson was a win against Grapevine in non-district, one against South Lake Carroll in district. And of course, for Plano West, you don't have to have a very long memory. It happened last night in the state semifinals in the win over Ridge Point.
What a great atmosphere for 6A State Volleyball Championship. 1 set to 15 for the title.
Thanks to our great crew for all their work this weekend. Put together a fantastic show here on the NFHS Network. Now the girls are finishing it off on the court. Big swing outside, popped up by Carter. Set Presley on the outside. This one into the tape, and the first point goes to Byron Nelson. Manny Rivera, our director. Ryan Davis and Jansen Ray, our camera operators. Monica Davis on graphics. Robert Calder, the executive director. And once again, he's Nick Gay. I'm Thomas Lee. Thanks for tuning in. What a ride it's been this week. Lee with a tough set to the outside, block back. And a great response to start the set as McKinnon is there, giving a lot of fits to Plano West on the outside.
I'm Plano West. I'm trying to find Amon Najai in the front row right now.
It's exactly where Lee sets it, taps up and over and in. Boy, I think you were a coach or something like that. Beautifully described that it was going to happen, and Njai with the finesse shot to get the side out for the Wolfpack. Presley back to serve.
Making a big sub. Instead of Noel Piatas, is number 12, Avery Lowe, the junior, coming in on the outside.
Tapped up and over, kept alive. Chamberlain sets a back row attack and the put away for Flickinger. The Gatorade Player of the Year and the Under Armour All-American delivers with a huge kill here, her 19th of the match.
Great placement, hit the seam. Middle back was on the opposite side. She found the seam on the opposite side for the kill.
Looper with a double-double, 22 kills, 11 digs. Flickinger closing in on a 20-20 performance. But there's Njai saying, don't forget about me, her 27th kill of the match. Plano West back within one.
Great swing off the quick tempo in the middle. Hadn't seen that yet in this match. Plano West not afraid to pull something new in the match this late.
Zhang with the serve. Chamberlain sets it back to Flickinger again. Presley with the dig. They go outside on the attack for Lowe. And this one's dug out outside. Look at the height by Looper as she gets it inside the line. Nelson by 2.
That's such a high-level swing to be able to go from pin to pin and put that ball 10 feet on the opposite side.
Here's Eden Fusselman. Tapped cross court and in. Whoa, what a shot by Njai. But now they're going to reverse it. Line judge initially called in. Now they say out. The run continues for Byron Nelson. Deep serve dug out by Presley in the back row. Njai hammers this one, but blocked back. Looper wins that one-on-one battle.
What a great blocking move. Ball is going to go back out. Looper is absolutely over the net. Straight down block on Njai, who's gotten her number for the most part tonight. And when it matters the most, she got it right there.
3-0 run for Byron Nelson. Timeout on the court. We'll take it as well. Fifth set action. Byron Nelson by 4. You're watching the UIL on the NFHS Network. Look at the great blocking presence by Looper on the outside. They're trying to get Njai involved. She went cross court in that really close play on the sideline there. Along with Nick Gam, Thomas Lee, cross to the left, and it's wide for Njai in the middle, and she can't believe it. Their head in their hands.
Looked like a good set, good swing, just out.
4-0 run for Byron Nelson. Bobcats lead by 5. Trying to answer back. Swing by Lowe, dug out. Looper goes deep, and it's past the diving Presley.
Nelson just absolutely filling in on defense and offense. A little bit too much court for Presley to take.
Zhang with a pass forward, Low with the swing, and it gets in for the kill. Much needed point to break a 5-0 run by Byron Nelson, side out Plano West.
What a big swing, too. Coming off the bench, taking the place of Noah Piatas, and having a big swing to side out early in this fifth set.
Here's the serve from Joyce Wang. Looper puts it away. Nelson 6 points away from a championship.
That's a bad mismatch with Looper against the setter. See if they go back to the outside again, this time with Paige Flickinger on the outside versus the setter Ashley Lee for Plano West.
Lee sets it outside. Low gets blocked back. Lee tries it again. Over this time, popped up by Flippinger. Dump over by Chamberlain. Outside Lee goes again to Low, who hits it into the net.
Plano West struggling to find offense without Jai or Presley in the front row. Look for him to go to Presley in the back row.
Lee sets exactly what you said. Press back row, inside the back line. Big kill by the senior Jill Presley.
Sometimes you just got to get to your seniors that got you there, whether they're in the front row or back row, and just trust that they're going to put the ball down for your team when you need it the most. But Nelson up 10-4.
Presley rotates to the front line. Carter comes in to serve. Set outside. Kept alive with a great diving dig by Zhang. Free ball comes over. Flickinger, no, instead they go right side to the put away. Put down by Peterson.
Great decision. Everyone was inside with Paige Flickinger. They sent it out to Nina Peterson, who puts a great ball down the line for the kill.
Lee outside. Presley tug out by Santini. Middle attack, Looper, big dig. Carter keeps it going. Presley responds, popped up with a one-handed dig by Flickinger, and now free ball sit over by Santini. Lee goes outside. Presley comes in a little bit, hammers it through the defense.
Great offense by Plano West, bringing her inside, got inside the middle blocker. You see Chamberlain watching the ball instead of the hitter, and the hitter led them inside for the kill.
Camille Mirashigi, the senior to serve. Plano West down 6. Blocked at the net, and that's a big point on the outside by the Gatorade Player of the Year, Paige Flickinger. 20 kills, 24 digs for Flickinger.
What a great swing. That's what you're looking for as an outside, is to go high off the hands to where it goes outside of the court without another touch on the ball.
Grace Vermeer comes into the front line for Byron Nelson. Served by Chamberlain. Set up outside. Presley rocks it through. Looper keeps it going. Flickinger sends it over. Nice running dig by Carter. Presley again with a deep shot. It goes wide. Byron Nelson 2 points away from the championship. Timeout Plano West. Byron Nelson has the Wolfpack on the ropes. We'll have the conclusion of the 6A finals when we return after this on the NFHS Network. Along with Coach Nick Gay, I'm Thomas Lee. Byron Nelson on the verge of a championship. Dig by Zhang deep. Set Presley outside, up and over, but Chamberlain is there to track it down. Santini with a good bump set outside. Flickinger, great dig by Zhang. Carter goes to Presley outside. Santini there again. Chamberlain gets called for the double. Big point for Plano West. They're still down here 7, though. And Nelson 2 points away from the title.
And see what Ashley can do from the service line. She's had 2 amazing runs with Najai in the front row. See what they can do here.
Deep serve, Santini with a good pass forward to Chamberlain. They go cross court. Flickinger deflected at the net. They go Njai right side, block back. Flickinger's best defensive play of the night.
Njai's had her number all night. And finally, Paige Flickinger gets her with the block. Got 9 match points.
Flickinger has this one dug out. Set middle attack, hits, goes over and in. Plano West stays alive.
Let's see, we have Looper, McKinnon, and Grace Vermeer. If I'm Chamberlain, I'm setting Charity Looper on a good pass.
Chamberlain outside, down the line, put away by Skylar McKinnon. And for the first time in school history, Byron Nelson wins the state volleyball championship. A thrilling 5-setter over Plano West. They take it 3-2, 15-7 here in the 5th.
What an amazing kill by senior Skylar McKinnon for the final match set point to win state.
It's like Chamberlain had a sixth sense of where to go with the ball. One of the best attacks from McKinnon all night long. Her 5th kill, the biggest, as the Bobcats win the 6A state title.
An amazing match between 2 high-caliber volleyball teams. Region 1 comes out with another state title.
What a run it's been for the region and for the Metroplex in general. We can add another one here. As Byron Nelson, so much pressure coming into this season. A final record of 50-2. Unbelievable year for Byron Nelson, led tonight by Looper's 25 kills and 12 digs. A 20-20 performance for Flickinger, 20 kills, 24 digs. Chamberlain with 52 assists and 11 digs, double-double for her. Santini was sensational with 27 digs in the back row. 7 kills for Peterson, 5 including the game winner for McKinnon. Vermeer had 1, and Chamberlain chipped in 3 as well.
And for 5 seniors at Byron Nelson, they go out as state champions. What a great way to finish up your senior year. One of the best teams in the state all year, and they finish it out with the state title.
Bobcats celebrating on the court. We'll now have the medal and trophy presentations for both teams. Tip your cap to Plano West. Most didn't think the Wolfpack could hang with the Bobcats, but they came through back-to-back 5-setters here at the state tournament. An unbelievable season, finishing with a record of 40-6 overall. Have to say goodbye to a great senior class, including Njai and Presley and Yap and Murashigi. Cameron Beam as well, but a team that refused to give up. When the lights came on, they played their best all season long, including a valiant effort tonight against Byron Nelson.
Yeah, Byron Nelson just a little too much in that 5th set.
Njai closes with 27 kills, double-double for Presley, 15 kills, 15 digs. Double-double for Ashley Lee, 39 assists and 15 digs as well. But Lindsay Zhang, sensational as a libero. She had 25 kills to lead Plano West in that category. Blocking belonged to Byron Nelson tonight as well, out blocking Plano West 9-4 in the contest. But the Wolfpack with a tremendous side-out percentage of 58%.
Yeah, congratulations to all the coaches Coach Justin Waters, his second year as head coach at Plano West, with his assistant Allison King. Brie Groth, the second year head coach. Her assistants, Whitney Key, Jennifer Ladisau, Amy Lilly, April Ryan. Congratulations to the coaches as well as all the managers and everyone that had to deal with the volleyball programs.
Plano West looks exhausted, a little disappointed, but that truly was a match for the ages. And they're celebrating with some high fives as head coach Brianne Groth. Last year, disappointed that they fell to Flower Mound in the tournament. Flower Mound wins the whole thing. This year they get by the Jaguars, and they're hoisting the trophy here at the end of a wonderful week of state volleyball championship action at the Curtis Colwell Center. The disappointed coaches right there. You can see Justin Waters getting his medal. Allison King with a smile. They both know how special this season has been, although this will sting for a little while. A 5-setter being up 2-1. You got to tip your cap to Byron Nelson. They came through with the big plays down the stretch when they had to make them. Time now for the most valuable player in the 6A state tournament. And I'm not even sure where to go with this one. What do you think, Coach?
You go to either one of the outsides or dark horse, maybe the setter.
Chamberlain was spectacular. It's going to go to Looper. Very, very fitting. 19 kills and 10 digs yesterday in the semis. Led the team with 25 kills and 12 digs today, and really was the steadying influence. When they needed a big point tonight, they went to Looper and she delivered.
Absolutely. She's the one that played the most aggressive and steady throughout all 5 sets. If you can remember, Paige Flickinger had a rough first set, but Charity Looper is the one that kept them in that set, and then she just played just as well throughout the entire 5-set match. Like I said, she was the go-to tonight.
The team and the fans celebrating that MVP decision. Now time for the runner-up trophy to be headed to Plano West. Give them credit. 3rd time they've appeared here at the state tournament. And the first time they have won a match in that thrilling 5-setter yesterday against Ridge Point. And although they don't have any smiles to show for it right now, a wonderful year here as Coach Waters accepts the trophy and holds it up to show the Wolfpack faithful, who have done a good job of traveling over here to Garland tonight for this championship match. And now you're going to hear a massive eruption of emotion as Byron Nelson gets their hands on the championship trophy. Your Class 6A champion, Byron Nelson Bobcats. Thanks to our tremendous broadcast crew all week long. Manny Rivera, director, Ryan Davis and Jansen Ray on camera, Monica Davis on the graphics. Robert Calder, our executive director. Thanks also to Libby Pacheco, who did a lot of color analyst work with me this week. And also to Nick Gay, who joined me here for the 5A and 6A finals here today. What a week of championship action here on the NFHS Network. And as Byron Nelson poses with the poster and the trophy and their MVP, Charity Looper, we saved the best for last, folks. Hope you enjoyed this 6A final. For all of us, once again, my name is Thomas Lee. Hope you enjoyed championship action on the NFHS Network. Congratulations to Byron Nelson, your Class 6A champions. Until next year, folks, so long from the Curtis Colwell Center in Garland, Texas.